be screwed, right, going back. If that makes sense. Right, over a little bit more. You know what, if this is what the puzzles in this game turn out to just be this, I wouldn't be disappointed because they're simple. You know, I'm not a puzzle master. No matter what Elswin might think. We are not a puzzle master.
So,
No.
what about
Really.
her? Salma Anderson. Park roster has the girl listed as her daughter, but doesn't say if Pavel was her husband. And now she's gone into thin air. An entire family, just like that. And I can't answer the most important question.
Why? Why? You know, I kind of did it a bit different, Ellie, though, to what I did. I mean, I never used CCUs. When I was switching from one ship to another, when a concept came out that I was curious about, I would, you know, a ship I didn't really like, rather than CCU in between them, I always melted them and picked up a new one. That way, if I ever need to go back, I can always get them back through the melt system. And that will just bring me back where I was. That's one reason I never really use upgrades is because you can't take them off. You know, I've only ever used an upgrade once. No, twice, to tell a lie. I upgraded my original Connie to a Aquila. And then I regretted my decision and I spent a week chatting with concierge, the support, and getting them to remove it. And then I upgraded it to a Phoenix instead. And I've never used an upgrade since. Apart from turning my starter into a beta. That's all I did. But yeah, Did you make the chill out command? Honestly, I don't think I did. Right, that's up there. Shit, that one's up there. Let's go around here and just see if there's a building behind this. No, it's going to be up top, right? The playground's up top, so that's probably in the playground, right? Right, okay, where was it go? That's up top. That's up top as well. That is also up top. Everything is up there, okay. Right. I probably forgot Rambles because I'm old and forgetful. I've got quite a few. I mean, like, I'm really looking forward to the Cutlass being reworked because you know what? I look through my list. I've got. This might seem a little bit weird, but as far as Cutlasses are concerned, I can unmelt 4 Cutlass Blacks at LTI. I don't know why I've got 4, but I've obviously had multiple Cutlasses in my time, and I kept buying new ones and then kept getting rid of them. So I've got my Cutlass Black I can get back if it turns out to be amazing. It might happen, I think. Still got my Caterpillar I can get back. That's the way I did it. The only downside of doing it that way is you gotta put new money in to get that stuff back. Alright. Or you can get one ship back a quarter, I should say, can't you, with the tokens? But so far, there hasn't been anything I've really wanted to get back. So I'm moving to this one over here. We've got to go back up top. The new Cutlass does look good. Was Sadabor? They abandoned the idea of Sadabor. Sadabor's not going to happen, is it? They said. I'm sure that they said that it wasn't going to happen. They've backed out of that idea, which I'm really happy for because Sadabor looked shit. I never understood Sadabor from the first time they mentioned it, and if it doesn't happen, I will be very, very happy. I'm pretty sure I remember them saying that they've curbed the idea and it wasn't going to happen. It's like a snowball effect, though, right? I mean, obviously they do when they bring out the changes to the Cutlass, for instance, it will kind of probably upset, as Pap or New Lexington said, it may upset freelance owners, right? So if it does that, then what they'll do is they may end up making some changes to the freelancer, which is again is going to upset some other folks. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things, right? It's a never-ending chain for them. There's always going to be someone that they're going to be upsetting, and what can they do about it, right? Hey! You tool around with a 300. That's not a bad chip though. Although the 300's still got their they're about due to get a rework soon. Oh my god, come on. Get on with it. Oh, not that one, dummy. That one? That one's so high, okay. We get the height of those peaks right. I'm gonna move it across. That one. No. That one. Right. There you go.
Arturo Montiel,
Jigger!
27 years old.
How you doing, JDJ?
Says he knows where the guns are coming from and who killed Pavel, but won't spill a word until I guarantee his safety and comfort. I'll see what I can do. Poor bastard's been sleeping under a tree.
Okay, so we can probably... Most of these other objects we got here, that one looks to be up. That's definitely up there. That's up there. That one is... Those... So two things that seem to be over the other side where the playground is, and the other two things we've got on our finger upstairs, up there in that building, which we do have a... We've got a military keycard now. We need a keycard to get in the door. We got a keycard now, so that's probably what we need to get in there. We still need the something to get in the cellar of that building. Right, over here. There is what? A gun. There's a gun. We found a gun. Okay. Right. A. Tweak the height. I'll start all the way this way. Start that way. Okay. Get it to about the right point and then switch to F and adjust. Yes.
You had a lot of enemies here. People who hated you. Maybe I did too. But now, I'm just sorry it had to end this way. It was one of mine who shot you, I don't doubt it. So I'm sorry, Sergeant, for that, if nothing else.
Okay. So we're gonna go to the playground, I think, over there. For one of them. We'll look at these buildings again, because it seems like after we had that little place where we had to use the gun, we're going over the same areas and we're finding different like ladders and stuff now. So maybe like doors that were locked before might be open, or I think we're heading towards the playground, right? There, look, that way. Is that out of the building behind the playground? Aha. This piece of cloth wasn't here before.
She fell from here. But what was she doing here in the first place? The hole is clearly visible. She wouldn't be playing so close to it. Was she pushed? Somebody said they heard several screams. But who would do such a thing?
I really don't know. Oh.
Whee!
Can we get on into it? Yeah, we can. Whee! 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 Can we get on the swings? No. God damn it. Why can't we get on the swings?
Oh, raspberry twirly and chocofish. I wish there was still ice cream.
She wishes there was still ice cream. Well, you know what? I bet she's not the only one. It's been a while since I had ice cream myself. I miss ice cream. I've not had ice cream for a while. Okay, let's go back into this building and use a key card. See if we can see if that unlocks that now. It should unlock that. We still got 2 other things to do. We gotta get a security code for that safe, and something to open up a cellar. We've got a key card here, so we should better use the key card here and get in. Yep. See what's in here. It's a military key card, so it's going to be some sort of, I don't know, military installation. Maybe it's going to be some more scanners or something. Maybe, if anywhere, this would be the place I would think that we might find the security code, right? If that sort of scanning place the other side was anything at all, you know, military focused, then the key might be here. Gun, radio, some cigarettes. Oh shit! This is a whole other area. Nice. Sandbags. Wait, there's still got fires lit up here. Are there people still living up here? There was his orders. I want the park cordoned off and a full sweep carried out on the instance. Guards at every possible entrance and exit, letting people come and go as they wish hadn't worked. And that poor girl shouldn't have had to pay for their mistake. From now on, nobody enters or leaves without my permission. My permission. No one else's permission. My permission. Yeah. Right. It looks like it's in that building over there. And that one is in that building to my left. Okay.
The 4 founders. 5, actually, but one of them only left their shoes. They built Chernos to be a Carthage of industry and progress, and invited people from all over the world to come join them. Then they had a falling out, and the rest is muddled history.
One of them only left their shoes. He's funny, isn't he? Eric Grundak. To build is the meaning of life. For industry, the future from I, Petruscu. Okay, what's we got? Liu Mingdao. I have seen the world take form. I bet you have. Peter W. Ramsey. On towards new horizons. Oh, the 5th one doesn't have a plaque. We took a transistor out of the thing though, the motor. And technically, if we took the transistor out, shouldn't the light go off?
September 12th. I'm stuck. Andropov is expecting me to talk and I keep stalling him. He's been giving me food, good food, and as soon as he has my testimony, that stops. And what about the trinket salesman? Does he know? Oh God, what do I do?
There's a story about a man who sold his mouth so he could afford to eat. A victim complex is a warm and comfortable paralytic.
There is definitely such a thing, Stackers. I mean, like Rambo's as too big. Just saying.
Never paid this Arturo guy any mind. Just another shit stain with nothing to trade. Now Andropov's giving him his own tent because he found something to trade with? Me? Says he knows where the guns came from, but does he? Oh, you're in trouble, kid.
Corporal Bodrov built defenses. Corporal Bodrov addressed the unrest. Up yours, Sarge. You got what was coming to you, and I didn't even have to do it myself.
left, and we got a transistor. I guess we'll have to build one of these emitters now that we've got the schematics. I wonder, maybe the transistor might be a part of it. The emitter is this though. This is the emitter here. We've already got one. We've got one here. And we've got schematics to buy another one. Right. Okay. That there is the thing that was seen in our scanner. Oh, okay. So obviously this is where the military folk are. They're hoarding all the food, but even they've got like just got the bread just lying out like that. That's not good.
They hate us. When we first came marching in, I think most of them were relieved. Then we had to stockpile the food so we could ration it. Then we had to crack down on dissent before it could take root. Now, they hate us. And who could blame them?
When there was still some semblance of order, his platoon was assigned to a roadblock on the Chernosk Highway. The evacuation was to be orderly. As the lines grew longer, panic became anger. The cars are still there, a memorial to the greater good.
Alright, so we've seen pistols around, but obviously here we got an AK. More drugs, more bullets. And, okay.
Drugs and weapons. Pills, needles, powders, uppers, downers, sheaves and switchblades. We've been confiscating this stuff for a long time now, but more of it keeps finding its way in. I can't help but wonder if there's a central supplier.
It's really interesting looking views. I don't think I want to live in somewhere like this though. I'm not big with heights. Definitely not. Definitely not. You'd think there'd be something down here, seeing as I'm all the way down here. I guess not. It doesn't look like it. We just come out here to kind of admire the architecture. Drugs, firearms in a creepy village. What could go wrong? Not much. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's probably a good point, though, Ellie, about the making them tradable again. That would be a bonus. That definitely would make sense. That would be a reason for people to do it, right? Right, so we got one more thing to scan, which is in this building up here. Yeah, I mean, I think they said very early, didn't they? That it was gonna stop when the beta started. When they got to the point of beta, they was gonna stop selling ships for real money. But when is beta gonna be? That's the thing. I really hope that. I mean, I know there's gonna be, but I personally would just like it to, would like it so they still bring out at least say half a dozen concepts after they stop selling them, just to give people stuff to. Definitely some smaller ships to really work towards. I understand people wanting to get hold of this stuff, but they've got to just, as you're saying, Steckers, they got to draw a line somewhere and stop it. And I reckon even now would be a good point. Sometime soon would be a good point for that to happen, and just give people a point to make some lists of stuff they want to acquire. If they still stick to the beta thing, then as you're saying, Ellie, it's going to be a while, yeah. Plenty of time for them to do some more. But it depends on how they're looking at it. If they're looking at it purely as the longer we sell ships, the more money we can make. If they look at it that way, then yeah, then they're definitely going to be at it for a while, right? But at what point would they decide we haven't got to worry about pushing funding anymore? We can just go with what we have. Let me up here, and then that wasn't that one. Hey, Hammy. The only place is really right. Don't go that way any further. Okay. So there's only one place here where we got 3 peaks that we can put together, and that's these ones here. Just got to be here somewhere. We just got to fiddle with it to get it in the right place. There.
People are disappearing. Too many to ignore, too quietly to have left. The soldiers say they haven't seen anything, but what if it's connected to the deaths? Darwaza, Pavel, the girl. Everything's coming apart and there's something I'm not seeing. I feel like I'm on the verge of understanding, but that might just be wishful thinking. I should take stock of the evidence.
What? So we haven't got our we don't have our scanner anymore. So our scanner's gone. Okay.
So much death. Darwaza was shot by a civilian, I'm sure of it. Had nothing to do with Pavel, but the guns are the exact same model. A military model. But why supply the civilians? Unless that was never the intention. Then who could trade for them?
Hello, Cesare. And Hammy, I look cool. It's because I fucking am cool. I'm the coolest old fart there is. And Cesare says, how did you enjoy the VR game? He's referring to Wilson's Heart, which we played Sunday and we finished it yesterday. It was awesome. It was really good. I think it was as far as story-based VR experiences are concerned, Cesare, it is the best one I played. It is the best one I have played. It kind of beat anything else I've played. And it was about 7 hours long as well. It was had a lot of really neat mechanics in it. I can't pick that up. I guess we're picking stuff up in order. No, we're not. Well, who says I'm not stale, Stampers? Right? Who says we're not? We could be. Whoa, what the hell? What the hell? She can't get her near yet. What a gun. Okay.
It's a powerful compulsion, the why. These are the questions that drove Andropov on, even more so than the who. Why would someone want to hurt us? Why these people? Why now? Why am I the only one who cares?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, obviously, Rambo's saying, people have 1,000 zero CCUs. That's not a thing to use them. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's people like that kind of ruined it for those that really like those things. So those sort of people are just hoarding them just for the hell of it, to maybe try to sell a limited ship in the future. That's what Motivate was. If you get a limited ship come out, a limited concept ship, and there was a 0 CCU from a regular one, like, you know, from a regular one you can buy all the time, and people would just hoard tons of them, thinking in the future they can always sell one of those ships to someone for a markup by buying a regular ship CCU with a CCU and selling them together. And these people like that have ruined it for everybody else. So they're the people they're those folks that people should be mad at, not SIG themselves. Definitely not.
They call me liaison. Tells me I'm important for the relations here between them and my people. My people. Drafted most of my officers too. Sold them some story about restoring order. I really thought we had something here.
I mean, I had a couple in my time, Rammers. I mean, like Pappy, but the ones I had in my time were just starter ones. I had a bunch of Aurora starters, like the anniversary ones, and got 0 CCU to the Alpha, just so that when I was doing giveaways of starters, people had a choice; they could get the Mustang instead. But those are things you can still get on the store. So.
Dear Mr. Andropov, I am writing this letter on behalf of everyone here in Atlas Park. We would just like to say thank you. Thank you for everything you have done. When we left the shelter, we didn't know what to do, and suddenly you were there.
He
I
caught a
still have
serial
one
killer as his
myself.
first assignment on the job. The murders were brutal, and the case became an obsession for our friend Andropov. He met the families of each victim in turn, and the atrocities that would have hardened others made his heart soft instead.
And Rosa's note, the last we heard before communications broke down was that the regional administration had simply disappeared. No telling how bad it is outside the city now, but we can't count on any help coming. So, crowbar. Crowbar. Okay, so now we can use that to get in that cellar, right? To make sure that this door down here is still going to be closed off. Okay. So we can actually go down to that cellar now. I need to go back up into that military place we was before we got ported down here, because there was something I didn't pick up. There was something that we didn't pick up, and I gotta make sure I get it. Where's it go? That way. That way. Something down the bottom. Down the bottom. Okay. So we go up there first. Up here. Again. If we can get back in, that is. Oh. Aha, yeah, we didn't pick this up.
The team we sent down into the culverts report they have found a number of machines and electronic devices that could be salvaged, along with spools of copper wire and extra fuses. Perhaps we can finally boost the radio signal and reach someone.
Not that I'm someone that is a whore collecting stuff. It's just, alright, I am. I can't deny that, can I? Really? I can't deny that. If I know there's something there, you've got to get it. You know what I mean? If you don't know it's there, it's fine. It's okay to miss stuff if you don't know if you don't know it's there. I'm just making sure these other buildings didn't have anything else that's, because it seems like each time we get ported somewhere else, we progress a little bit, and there are different objects that become clickable then, and in places you've already been. So just making sure there's nothing as we go back. Low Rampus.
Shots, shots,
You say
shots,
what?
shots.
I got rid of mine, but I did have some CCUs for Vanguards. I got rid of them all. I went off the ship totally, and I just got rid of all of them. Didn't keep nothing. You were a straight up holder, but for a literature reason. Well, you never know when stuff might be useful. You know what I mean? you never know when something might be useful. So hoarding everything is good practice. It's a good practice. Right. So the last change I had on that list, Rambuzz, was the defender. I don't know why I got a defender. I don't want a defender. I didn't want. I keep saying I don't want any more fighters, but the defender is the defender looks sexy, and I had to. I melted my way to get it. I melted 2 things to get it. I melted my whole B, and I can't remember. There was another ship I had a spare of, and I melted that and a whole B, and I got the defender. Cheers. Because it's Banu, Rambuzz. Because it's got alien tech. It's an alien ship. I don't know. I still got my Freelancer Mist. I can get back if I wanted to at some point. It's on my big list. I got my big list of stuff I can unmelt. Oh shit, there's one thing up there. Shit, I've got to get that thing up there before we come down. Because the rest of the stuff is down the bottom. I think that was in the... over by the park. Getting bigger. Ah, okay, something else is up here. Wait, what? What's that? Right, hang on. W. That's all in one way, that's... W. Bring it back a little bit. Okay. Yes.
With absolute certainty it was him. Would know that voice anywhere. Why the girl? Can't have been intentional, no motive. Salma's girl. Rio's girl. Salma here, and Rio?
Okay.
Confusing. No sign of the effects. Must have a plan.
So it was the CCTV camera that was watching where she fell from. Okay. I don't know how to go this. Okay. Down the bottom. Let's go down below. I'm not sure. I know a lot of people will do it for sure. I'm not opposed to it, but if people are well off enough that they want to do stuff like that, then they're going to find a way, right? They will find a way to do it. Whether it be ships or potentially maybe even just what's that down there? That's like down below us. What's that below us here? What? Again, it's below where we are. It's below where I am now. So those two there are probably in the, down below when we had that door that was locked underneath. That's probably where those are, right? Try and find these two over here, which are up top. It's like buildings at the other side. Go check for this camp again. Yeah, and they've kind of hinted that you'll be able to do that in New Blackstone for sure. So yeah, so if they're going to have that sort of mechanic, people will use it to kind of make some money. You know what I mean? They're going to do it. This is a quick way of making cash, right? You got to think about it. I mean, there's people that have got like 40, 50, 60, 70 plus ships, you know, and they're probably not finished yet. It's... what else are they going to do with them? Is that building over there is where those two objects look to be. These buildings up here. And this is where we got the code. We haven't found the code yet, but maybe one of these two things up here is going to lead us to what the code is. Maybe. They're both in that building over there. Okay. We still need the code for the safe. We do still have to go. We have to go into the cellar as well. Now we've got a crowbar. Alright. The TV. One of the monitors over here. Click on this again. No. Okay.
Marius Grigori, lead engineer, Atlas Park Quadrant, inventor of the MT-16 Bogatyr system, level 4 clearance.
Level 4 clearance. There's nothing to click on up here. Because you never know. Right. Let's go and hit the thing, the monitor. The CCTV. So this is obviously the CCTV that the camera was watching, right? So when we saw the camera in the playground, this is where the person sat and watched the CCTV.
That is Pavel and Salma, sure of it. And the child, Salma's daughter? Her name, Joy? Impressive to have made it here. But why? Were they informed about the park? No longer sure about staff integrity. Can't risk it. My responsibility.
Yeah, right at the very beginning of the game, Dan, when you first started, the first thing you did, you was in a little office, and the dude, you found it on a desk, and when you picked it up, the voice that's talking to you told you how to use it. So we still need to get the combination, right? We didn't get a combination out of that though, right? So we still haven't got the combination. We still haven't got accommodation. So those other two are look like they're underground. So we've got to find the where this place here. We can go in here now, right? So we got the crowbar. We should better open up this with a crowbar. Okay. And now maybe we'll better use them down here. Those other two things were down below the ground. So this is a way for us to get in.
Advised. Systems operation compromised. Security lockdown protocol in effect.
He's okay. I've never used a gun before. I'm sure I just grazed him. He'll be okay. Do I go back? No, I can't. Nothing's there for me. Nothing at all. Oh, Joyce.
Have you ever seen doors like these in sewers? Looks more like a prison or a bunker to me. In fact, I'm not sure these are sewers at all. They don't smell right. There should be a moist stench, but these tunnels smell like burnt copper.
Let's go this way first. The objects are on the other side, so we'll look us over here first, because where is this coming out?
Oh, come on. Who built this place?
Oh, fuck off! Fuck off. Fuck off. We'll say that. Fuck off. I got a feeling maybe you should come back to this later, because this seems like one of those things that you're only going to want to do once. As soon as I don't think this is the way we gotta go, there's stuff behind us that we gotta do, we're probably gonna have to come back.
This thing's busted pretty bad.
We got a transformer to
Patching it
put
up
in.
might release the magnetic clamp locks on those heavy doors.
We do have a
Where could we
transformer.
find a band-aid?
Right here, a lot, right here.
Four quadrant centers, 8 service stations, 12 switches, cables, cables, cables. Chernoskan anthill. Entire system connected. Deadman switches.
The fuck?
3. Accessible from here.
He was always older than his years, always fascinated with the connections between things. There's poetry in instruction manuals, and art in electric circuits. He built his own dynamo at the age of 12, then set out to connect it to something.
Okay, so that building there is the one we came down below, I think, went to the door, I think.
Falling is a gentle thing until the end. The idea of her last thoughts will haunt everyone
Well, shit,
here.
this is below the park.
Because even now, there are crimes too abhorrent to consider.
Okay.
Horrors that surpass the very death of the world. Falling is a gentle thing. For all of us.
Yeah, I'm getting like that now, Stags. I mean, what if you, just like yourself, when we both started out, we just picked up a bunch of ships just because we could, and slowly been kind of making our fleet into stuff that we actually gonna use, what stuff we want to use once the game's out, right? I'm slowly refining what we have. And it's kind of an ongoing process, isn't it, to get that done. So where is this going to come out? Oh. Oh. Okay. 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 Right, so we're gonna go back to that other door, right? That we can now should be open. Oh man, look, we come back, made it look easy. Because we're a pro, really. So as we come down here, if we go right, we go back, right? And left is where we've got the, over that way is where we got the stuff that we got to pick up. Let's look this way first, because that door we opened up. See where this goes first. That's another door we can open up. Holy shit, there's 2 doors we can open up. I try to keep it. I try to add the new one. I've been trying to add the new ships when they're coming out, Rambos. I've been trying. I forget sometimes. Until someone reminds me.
Mom has been arguing with Pavel a lot. but she won't say why. She won't tell me where Mommy is either, but I heard her say Mommy's name yesterday. She was crying. I want to watch the stars, but it's always cloudy.
On Spectrum? You mean like the Orc chat, you mean? Grandma's on Spectrum, so the people in the Orc can see the link there, if that's what you mean. I think it's up to date, right? I think it's... I put a Defender on it, I think, right? And there's... I think I put a Defender on it and added myself to it, showing that we had one Defender. I'm sure I did. Alright, it's an elevator. Let's go look in the other door first. Before we go into an elevator, like a lift to go up. There should be one more door up here on the left that was locked that we can get into now. Right.
Hey, guy! How are you doing in there? What's that? The bucket is full. Well, balance it on your head for 5 minutes and I'll give you a new one. You know, when the Sarge told me to address the unrest, I thought it would be the worst assignment ever.
An underground gulag. There are scratch marks on the bars.
That's not good, is it? Core, we got a core. Wait, these look small. Holy shit, these look small. Okay, so the one place we haven't been at the moment is the room where the elevator or the lift was. But look at the two objects we got. We got to scan on a scanner, and they're both below us. So that lift, I don't know if that lift. I looked like that lift was going up rather than down, but maybe it is going up. I don't know. We'll have a look. It's through here, wasn't it? It might be going down, I guess. Yes. Okay. Alright, okay. So yeah, so this is gonna... That one... They're both... Well, one of them's ahead of us, the other one's back up. Right. So one of these objects is in here. Oh shit, what is this place? Oh, are we inside? And look at eyes, right? Are we inside
This is
the head?
strange, but it seems somehow relevant, don't you agree? I think it's out of order, which should hardly surprise us. Like a soda machine when you're really thirsty. Well, let's see if we can't find a way to get it fixed.
See, when you got at the big like Atlas sort of guy, we're inside his head now, right? Damn it. Yeah.
Can disable grid, disassemble device. Simple process, if undesirable. No choice. Military opening wrong doors, system at stake. Can't raise head office on radio or the mountains. Alone. My decision.
Right, so we're actually trying to fix this. Is that we've got the core to put in there, right? Would that be the effigy? So we need a, what is it? Like a spring? A handle? Spring thing? There's one thing we gotta pick up in here. It's one more piece we gotta get to kind of power this back up, whatever it is. I fucking knows what this is. It's kind of a bit curious, right? What this is? I don't know what that is. That dot that's above us. try to get to that. I have to try to get to that. So the elevator comes down to the head. It's there, look. A dumbass. We walked past it. Oh, what an idiot. We're all idiots sometimes. Well, sort of. Right, if I move it all the way back to this way, so there's no more F. Right, okay, so E.T. E.T. Fuck knows what it is. Well, you know, whoever he is, that person called Fuck, he will know what it is. I just don't know who he is. Right, somewhere around here, right? Yeah.
Movement in the sewers. Multiple signatures. Military personnel. Must be. Breached automatic lockdown. Threat to security. Surveillance. Emitter. Emergency action required. But response team no longer available. On me then. No choice really. Emitter, a threat. Must disable power grid first. Bright side, Salma will have a chance. Last little mercy.
We can pull the switch now. We've got no scanner anymore, so obviously we're a story piece. We've got to pull the emitter, pull the power switch. Let's do it.
Atlas Park Quadrant, dark. Chernosk, safe. Project discontinued. Now to hide emitter component, finish the job.
2044.
Code 2044. Must remember.
Must remember 2044.
This installation was his pride and joy. He stayed at his post through the storm and kept the machines running and the data ticking. And then he shut it all down to save us from it, and it from us. I wonder what it feels like to amputate your own sense of purpose.
You know what? It's kind of funny, really, that they've made the safe combination the same year that Star Citizen is going to come out. 2044. I hope it doesn't come out in 2044, because I don't think I'll be in a position to want to play it then, right? What is in here though? Oh, it's the... Okay, it's the coil, okay. So we got a bunch of new stuff over there, but we got the coil, which is the one thing we got to put in the head underneath, down below. We'll pick these things up on the way. Let's see what they are. Hello, Blacko. 2044 is way too soon. Did have it. You fucking better not be. Right, looking over there, look, most of these objects over here, so it's got 5 objects which are all over there, so I'm guessing we've got to go and do the that thing on that switch next, and it's probably going to move us over to that. We'll probably end up getting over to that area over there, which looks like a pier, right? It definitely looks like a pier to me. What they haven't been telling us, Star Citizen game is going to be this project like SpaceX that we're all buying into and training to become Chris Roberts' own personal fighter pilots. Maybe. Who knows? It's possible. But I don't... Although saying that, I don't really want to be a fighter pilot. I'll be one of these explorers. I'll be one of the explorers, man. Or even a trader or something. I'm not opposed to combat, but I'm not... It wouldn't be my first choice, being a fighter pilot. A boat, man. Maybe he's going to build his own rocket, and we're all going to be part of his greater plan. Okay, right, let's just go down. Let's just go down below us. I was looking in a couple of the main buildings we had stuff in before, just to see if there was new items appeared after we did that sequence, but there haven't been in those. We'll move on. Let's see, I think that's one reason I've kind of tried to have... I'm trying to get myself a complement of ships, Rambas, that can do everything. So that, you know, because I definitely do want to try a little bit of everything, right? So getting that complement of different ships so you can do a little bit of everything when you want to, right? That's the thing. I think that's the key thing. I wouldn't want to play that... I mean, because of how vast the game is and how much variety is going to be, you wouldn't want to be just doing one thing. Although saying that, anyone that gets into the game purely for combat, that's good for them, right? But it's not. Definitely, they'll be missing out on so much. Or is it? That way? No, it's not. It's down, isn't it? Up here in the next doorway on the right. And go down the left, plug the coil in, and maybe this big Atlas statue will come to life. And we will be controlling him like a big robot. Yeah. That might be what's going to happen here. We might be controlling him like a robot. Like, what's that movie that was out recently? Was it... I don't know. What was that movie recently, Rambas, where you get a woman is controlling this big dude? Gigantic or something? I don't remember. I can't remember the name of the film. It looks stupid. It's in the bomber command, but it doesn't mean it's just a bomber. Could be a stealth spy ship. Who knows? I would sincerely hope, Pappy, that it's not just another bomber, even a stealth bomber. I would hope that it's going to be something a bit more to it than that. I really do. Okay, we got all the bits. Let's go.